Hello, welcome. Here we are, day 1, hour 5 of the Love-a-thon. Just wanted to share a little story with you. Do you like Tom Hanks? I love Tom Hanks. I don't know, there's something about him. He's just like your average guy kind of a thing, but he's also so much more appealing than your average guy. People really love this guy. So his movies are so popular, and I want to share a story with you about one of his movies called Joe versus the Volcano. Now, this is a movie that I have been watching. I probably watched that movie 30 times. And sometimes I just watch it just to cheer myself up, to motivate myself, to inspire. It's such an inspiring movie because at the beginning of the movie, here's what happens. He's diagnosed. Now this is a spoiler alert, so if you haven't seen Joe versus Volcano, maybe you don't want to hear what I've got to say, but at the beginning of the movie, it shows how dreary, how terrible his life is. And it shows what's going on in his world. In his world, he's just not feeling well. He's feeling down. He used to be a fireman, but things went awry, and now he quit being a fireman, and now he's just working an office job, a really crummy office job. So they show that really clearly, and he's become kind of a hypochondriac. Keeps going to the doctor to find out what's wrong with him, and he finally goes to the doctor, gets a diagnosis that he has a brain cloud. A brain cloud. Well, as it turns out, the brain cloud never existed. But this was a lie by the doctor because he was getting paid to take a risk, to risk his life. At the end of the movie, he risks his life. He jumps into a volcano with a new lady friend of his. And they luckily are forced out by the blast of the volcano. They're not hurt, and they're in the water near the island. They sit and they're treading the water, and they're holding on to wreckage so that they can float, so they don't drown. And they watch that whole island sink under the water. And he had such a habit up to this point of feeling kind of under the weather, being somewhat of a hypochondriac. And the girlfriend looks at him next to him in the water waiting, and she says, hey, we survived. This is really great. He said, yeah, but... And then she came back with, well, that's kind of the way you are. That's kind of the way you're going to look at things. Well, we are that way, right? Sometimes we just look at things in a certain way, in our own given way. And in his way, his character in that movie, he looked at things in kind of a negative way sometimes. He wasn't always positive about things. That's something that we can change about ourselves. But when we look at our relationships, when we look at our partners, we look at the people that we work with, we look at our friends. One of the qualities of love is acceptance. We accept the way we are, our tendency. I have a tendency to like to clean things, I like to organize things. I have a tendency to really be focused on service when I go to a restaurant. I really focus on service a lot, or anywhere I go, because when I work in the service industry, I've always had very high standards. I try to be really good at what I did. So these are my tendencies, and sometimes they get out of control. Sometimes I lose touch with the fact that, well, maybe other people don't feel that way. Maybe the way I expect my partner in life the way I expect her to look at things is not the way I look at things. So I have to be open. I have to accept her for who she is. Maybe we don't have the perfect neighbor that we'd like to have. Maybe we don't have the perfect boss. The people that we work with at the office, maybe we don't always get along with them so well because we have different styles, different approaches. But acceptance of the situation is the first step. And one of the qualities of love is accepting the situation that you're in. If you want to change it, great, you can do that. But the first thing we need to do is say, I'm in this situation. I've got these qualities. This person has these qualities. The world is the way that it is. And then we can move forward. Then we can find solutions. Then we can improve things, because that's what human beings do. And that's what love does. When you're in touch with love, you'll be aware of how love changes things. When you love a situation, it nurtures things. It empowers things, whether it's your child, or whether it's your company, or whether it's the place where you live, the community, or even a forest. When you love it, you're going to improve things. You're going to nurture things. You're going to empower things, and things are going to be better. So what we're looking at now is bringing more love into the world. And one of the steps to doing that, out of the 72 qualities of love, one of them is acceptance. Accepting things for the way they are. Okay, this is Matthew with Love Buddy. We're in the Love-a-thon now. Love-a-thon, we're in hour 5 of day 1. Now you're ready. Click on the links in the message here in this video. Click on the links to find out more about Love Buddy. Go to the YouTube page, go to the Facebook page, and go to the website. If you go to the website, you can join. It's free, or you can select a paid subscription if you like. I'm asking you, please consider being part of the love movement. We need your love. The world needs your love. And I think maybe you need the world's love too. Let's have more love in the world. Would you like to participate in that? Okay, I'm going to take a break for now. I'll be back at the top of the hour. I hope your life is filled with love. I hope you have lots of love in your life, and I hope everything's going great for you. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you at the top of the hour. I love you. Bye-bye for now.